You okay? Hope you're not sick up there.
No, I'm not sick. I'm good.
Wait, how the frick? I want to get to that thing where it's like I'm showing your head talking. Do I have to like hide my chat? Oh, there we go. I can just put you as that. I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
So it'll show your little blinking avatar on Discord, so that's good. But yes, I hope you're all situated, had some coffee or tea and water or something. But yes, so you can see everything good on my end, John?
I can see everything perfectly.
Okay, you're coming through fine. The audio levels are good.
Do I sound good?
Oh, yeah, I can see you. Hi, John. Yay.
Hi.
Wow, yeah, you sound perfect actually too. You can hear me through the headphones just fine?
Yeah, I can hear you through the headphones just fine too.
Holy shit, that's awesome. Okay, I'm super hyped. Okay, so this is gonna be a great episode, guys. Welcome to, we're still setting up here, but welcome to TreeBark episode 32, I wanna say. And it's been like a good year since I actually got to talk and sit down with an other actual furry in the world and interview them. It's been like over a year since I spoke to like Stony Hyena, and I really wanted to pick up the momentum and just start sharing like creator content with you guys and just showing like, hey, like furries are here, we're queer, and we do fun stuff. So I thought that John, you're sort of a green meme generating machine. And I really appreciate you taking the time to share memes and stuff with me and just kind of get to express yourself and show a little bit more of a different side of yourself if you want. So I can get, everyone can get to better know you and stuff.
Absolutely. I appreciate you taking the time to, take me on and talk to me. Like, that's really awesome.
Okay, so since I mentioned memes now, I have something that I wanted to share. So I think that we can start off with some memes, and I figured that you could rate them. And I don't think you've seen these. These aren't necessarily your memes either.
Okay.
So let's see if let's see if I can pull up the screen share for freaking. Oh god, sorry, I have to do so much like gymnastics just to bounce back through so many screens and recordings.
Oh, you're fine.
So
don't mind my room. It's a little bit of a mess. It happens.
It's okay. We never make our beds, and then we decide to like record stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you always get like the background comment saying, "Wow, clean up your bed." It's like, oh, you can't even make your bed.
I never make my bed. I'm so bad at that. Like I just don't. Oh no.
Here, I can change Windows here to Telegram.
So many memes came out of everything though. Like there's memes that are fucking great in general.
Okay, so I also have up on the OBS capture for you guys on YouTube to see. So we're going to start with this first one now. And this is sort of just I'm going to describe the meme that I'm seeing. And then I want you to sort of give your impressions and rate them, okay? So this first furry, these are also furry centric. So this first furry meme is a screen cap on an iPhone that has the text message preview of mom's cell phone. And it says from mom, "That looks kinky. Are you at that fuzzy convention?" What do you think? Have you ever gotten that message from your own family before?
Oh my god. My dad, he calls himself Papa John because of the whole pizza incident.
Oh my god, like, he knows about it?
Yes, I told him about it.
Holy shit. What was his...
He loves it.
Oh, really? Okay. So, that's pretty cool.
Mom, I'm at that fuzzy convention. Please. Do you want to come?
Okay. What is your rating for this out of 10? How many paws would you give it out of 10? I would say
a 7, honestly.
7 out of 10 paws? Okay.
Yeah, like a solid 7 out of 10. Like that's a pretty good meme because like moms like they should go to furry conventions.
Honestly,
like,
yeah.
You know, they don't know what's fully happening behind the scenes.
Do you feel like a lot of the time, I'll speak for me personally, when it comes to family, especially like when I started off in this community, it was something that was a bit lewd. It was something that was, had all this great art and can sort of dive into this kink territory. And I think that's sort of what the general impression is for like the main general audience of just regular normie people. It's like, oh, you're into like that kind of kinky suiting up world and it's like BDSM or something, but on the whole part, that's just a super small fraction of that community. So when you see like other people that are like kind of at a glance side-eyeing it, how do you sort of give off an impression of the community from your perspective?
I think that at conventions in the fandom in general, that you can enjoy the fandom and be in it in any way you want, any aspect. There isn't just kinky. There is a non kinky side of the furry fandom, a totally wholesome and safe for work side that people are creators, like they're artists, they're fursuit makers, they make good art.
Yes,
Like
yes.
there's everything really, and it's it's something we shouldn't shun away from, or something we shouldn't shy away from, to recognize that there are just all aspects of like furries in the fandom. Like there's kinky furries, there's non-kinky furries. Like it's gonna happen,
No,
and
exactly.
it's just a part of it.
And I think to sort of summarize that in like a micro bit sort of like stereotype where it's like just about the kink, and it's like you're not
Yeah.
sort of peeling back the surface of like seeing all this beautiful art and effort that people are super creative about. And it goes into memes, it goes into like videos, it goes into illustrations that I personally do as an artist. There's like so much depth, and I feel like yeah, you can sort of just joke about it, and that's what we do, and it's just saying like, yeah, we're freaking just kinky, I don't know, walking
Yeah.
carpets,
Everyone
and
jokes saying like, "Oh, you're
yeah,
just like having sex at conventions, like
yeah,
you're just there to have sex." Like it, yeah, like that's a part of it at conventions, like especially for me and like in friends of mine, like that
uh-huh,
definitely is a part of it. But also, it's just seeing friends and making friends, and like it's not just all about sex. It's not just all about the kinky
yeah,
part of it. It's everything. Like I go to convention because I want to meet people. I want to go see what the events are, like what the
yes,
dealer's den is, like
yes.
everything.
Like there's
Everything
just
that includes
if
it.
you've just been to like even an anime convention, there's a similar vibe, but I feel like we're so much more like together and we're surrounded by like so many more like-minded people because we're not just talking about anime or whatever. It's literally our sonas, it's our characters that we made and designed and like brought to life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so this one was a 7 out of 10 paws. Uh,
7 out of 10 pause. 7 out of 10.
I only have four beans, 8 beans in total. Okay, so this next one. Okay, so this is a game show meme where it shows a furry picking between best introduction to a stranger. You have option A, hi. Option B, hello. Option C, hugs. Option D, breed me.
Oh,
What do you think? Like when I see this kind of meme, I tend to like gravitate towards, okay, so how does that random furry who DMs me like approach me? Like, do you kind of get the whole spectrum of these like introductions?
oh wow. I get a lot of messages that are very interesting from people, and a lot of them can be very forward, and
Uh-huh.
I don't mind someone being forward, because honestly, like if you're blunt and you're honest, like I can appreciate that. But there's also
Yes.
an aspect of, if I don't know you, like it's hard for me to just like, if I don't know you at all, we have like no mutuals, or
Yes.
like I've never heard of you. Like it's just hard for me to just like want to have like sex, or talk about sex at all with people, with complete strangers, even though that is like a kinky side of it. Like it's very different just having people reach out to you, just wanting to have sex.
Yes, it's for sure like this level of like, okay, how are we acquaintances? Are we friends? Like what is the amount that we know about each other? And I feel like being forward and blunt is good, like you said, because there's no beating around the bush. You know what somebody is after when they want to talk or engage with you. But at the same time, it's like we still have to break that barrier about knowing each other, you know?
Definitely, and there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with like in my opinion, like there's nothing wrong with like asking your friends like to have sex, like if you're both open to it, and consensual, and it can be fun. Like there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and I think
Yes.
that it just builds a better like chemistry and friendship when like you don't complicate things, and you don't like bring you just make it fun and casual. It's supposed to be a fun and casual thing. Like sex is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be
Yeah. It's like
it's
this just
casual.
open thing that has no pressure going in any direction. It's just like you take it as it comes, like as it happens,
You take it as it comes.
you're
Absolutely.
like you're just here for the ride, and there's nothing really dictating anybody for doing anything. It's just a random fun, yeah. I guess
Yeah,
that's how I would summarize it.
I would say that's a like, if I had to rate that meme, I like, ooh.
Yeah, what do
I
you
would
think about this
do
one?
I would
Hmm.
do 8 paws out of 10.
Oh, really? Okay, okay. This is a good one. Then, because there's some truth to it too, so that's what makes it a little bit more impactful. Okay,
Yeah, I agree.
next meme. We have a ruining the magic is the title, and then you have this cute fursuiter who's laying on the bed, but underneath all of the carpet and fluff, you see this super hot sweating dude underneath.
It's so true though.
And
That's fucking 10 out of 10 immediately.
oh, really?
It's
Oh,
just
wow.
so
Okay.
true. You're sitting in a hot fursuit, like in bed, and you're sweating your ass
Uh-huh.
off, trying to look sexy, but you're
But
just a pile of drenched.
what
Just
what would you say is the longest that you've ever fursuited for, and how much could you tolerate?
oh wow. I went for almost 30 hours at MFF.
Holy shit. Okay, what the fuck? Wait,
I
did you?
flew to
Sorry,
yeah.
go
So
on.
oh, you're fine. You're fine. I flew to MFF in fursuit, so
Okay.
I got on the plane with my fursuit and wore it at like it was 7 a.m. I think,
Oh my gosh.
and I got there like I kept suiting as I got there around like the evening time,
Uh-huh.
and I just kept suiting until the morning because it was the first day and things were going on, so I was partying, I was running around, and I ended up wearing it till like 10 a.m. the next day.
Did you wait, so even after all that partying, did you just crash and fall asleep in suit too?
I don't think so. I think I stayed up. I
Oh
was
my
up for almost
god.
30 hours.
Holy crap. Okay. That's you got some good stamina, John. Oh my gosh.
Bark. Yeah, I have a little bit of
But I
stamina.
mean, but that's the thing though too. At like a convention, you're there to go hard. Like out of all of the mundane stuff that happens throughout the year, like when you go and people save up their vacation hours to go to a convention, you're there to freaking go wild, right? So
Yeah, 100%.
it's like, why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Why not stay up? Oh, frick. I'm just a little baby boy and I can't go sleep past like 11. I gotta go to bed by then. So I miss.
Aw.
No, I've legit missed like a ton of what are those like late raves at the concert floors, but one day I'll be able to do it.
Don't worry, I'll tuck you in.
Oh, thank you. And then you'll just go
Aw.
sweet rave party right after. Screaming down the hallway. Okay, next meme. So we did 3 memes so far. Okay, this is kind of a silly one. So we have an angry nerd looking at an NFT monkey that I'm sure most of you guys have probably seen, and he's just pissed off at it. And then it's the same nerd going Pogger's face on a closed species commission list, I believe, from an artist, where sometimes artists in the fandom will make a species, but they sort of want to follow these copyright laws, and they're just like saying that you have to credit them and you have to uh, basically either, I think sometimes you even have to pay for the rights to use a species that they coined. What do you think about that type of thing in this way? Because as an artist, I'm personally kind of invested in like how people handle their illustrations and creative stuff online.
That's interesting. I've never heard of a closed species. So
Oh, really? Okay.
you can't make like they make the species and it's closed, or like they won't do
Yes.
any other species.
Well, have you heard of like things like angel dragons or even like
Yes.
synth creatures? So like they have like sort of this biological techno sort of amalgamation and stuff.
Uh huh.
So that could be considered an original created species. And sometimes when people make variants of that, the original creators sometimes get miffed about, oh, you need to credit me for this. Like, what is your sort of take on that, given that we're a furry community where people even have Sonic OCs, you know? Like, you can't really hold people down to whatever they want to make.
Absolutely. Do you have there are no rules in this fandom. There are no rules with what species you can make, what species you could be, what hybrid species you could create.
Yeah.
There are no rules and there shouldn't be any rules. You should be able to be whatever you want to be.
Yes,
If you want to
100%.
be an angel dragon, 100%. If you want to be an angel
Yeah.
dragon, you want to be an angel dragon. Like there's no like because I know that is like a very like closed off community. Like it's like select people that become angel
Yeah.
dragons, and then like there's I because I've heard of that before, and it's very interesting to me because I don't think that anyone should be limited to anything really.
And
especially if it's just creatively making your
Yeah.
sona or being an animal. Why should there be any restrictions? There shouldn't be.
Exactly.
If you want to be a unicorn, be a unicorn. I don't care. Like, that's awesome.
It's like, it's my unicorn, you know, TM. It's my brand of unicorn. You can't be this sparkle fox either, you know. It's like, it's sort of gatekeeping in a way, yeah. And
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so okay, what is your rating for this meme?
I would also give it a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay. Next meme.
No, 8.
Oh,
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay.
8 paws out of 10.
Next meme. Okay, we have POV. You say hand instead of paw, and there's a group of furries looking at you disgusted with a bunch of solo cups in their hand at a party. So, what do you think of this one?
I love this one. This one's great.
This one's just very like inside furry culture to kind of get the joke. Because I think a lot of people, when they start getting into the fandom, where we get into the fandom through online means, so you're like RPing with people, and you know you're role playing and like doing the woo, and then you're doing the asterisk, raises paw, touches cheek, nuzzle wuzzle on you know, it's just kind of sometimes everyone has that young phase, or even if you're still into it, I have nothing against you. It's still fun to do it every once in a while.
I say paw.
So okay. Yeah, how much of that sort of furry world do you think bleeds over into your day-to-day real life? Like, I've once used to RP so much early in the fandom that I legit would say LOL in real life when I just meant to laugh or something like that. Did you ever have that kind of like amount of saturation?
I say pog in real life. Like no, like
oh god.
Even in normie circumstances, like I'll say pog. And like I also say paw too. Like be like, oh my paw hurts, or like, you know, just like use it as a different.
Yes, it's super cutesy.
Yeah. Like it's just it's cute, and I like it, especially do it with other furries too, because it's just I mean we're animals, right? So
true that. Yeah.
Why call them hands? No, we have paws. We have paws.
I mean, you can both see on our beans right now in the recording. So look, we got beans. Yeah.
We got beans. Bark. I give that a 9 out of 10. That's great.
9 out of 10.
It's so true though, because people do that.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's funny how you get this kind of like in the subculture, like, yeah, everyone's on the same page too. Oh wait, yeah, side tangent. Are you a maw or a paw kind of guy?
Ooh.
Maws or paw? It's a heated debate, I know, but you can be controversial. It's fine.
If I had to like choose one, because I could just say yes, right? That's the furry answer.
You have a
two questions,
John.
You just say yes.
You have a yaoi paddle to your head. You need to pick one.
Pause.
Oh shit. Okay, there it is, folks. You have the definitive answer.
It has to be. Like, moths are great, yes, but pause.
I apologize to all the vor furries out there. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Wait, what was the rating? Sorry. What was your amount of beans, John?
Oh, I said 9.
Oh, 9.
Yeah. I said 9 out of 10.
Okay, this meme got 9 out of 10. That's pretty high. Okay. Yeah, a lot of these.
Because that's 4 paws that I have on my on my paws. I only have 8.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, these memes are doing fairly well. I curated them pretty good then. Next meme.
You started out good memes.
Okay. We have a dragon at a door in a bedroom, and he opened the door and says, "That's really disgusting." And then it zooms out to a scene of him with a boner. What do you think?
Oh man, I mean, like, there's a lot of times when like I'll see porn and I'm like, whoa, that is something I've never seen before, or that's wild. I wouldn't say it's disgusting, because like a lot of times it's just very out there, and like vor, like the same, like it's very, very out there stuff, but people are into it.
Yeah.
And there are aspects, like one time in VR chat.
Oh, what happened?
I have some friends who do some like VR chat, avatar creation and like model creation and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
I had a friend who created a very big model, and it had a very big belly, and he's like, "Hey, just like click on my belly, and there's a seat." And I'm like, "Oh no."
What happened?
And I click on the seat and I get teleported inside of his belly, and I'm in his stomach juices. Like
Whoa.
I was I was in the stomach juices. I was hearing the gurgling
Yeah.
of the stomach, and I could see like the screen. So like it
Whoa.
was wild. I was like, wow, this is fucking
Wait,
crazy.
so it legit transported you into his tummy in a different VR world with like
Wait, I
sound
have a
effects
picture
and
of it.
everything?
I have a picture of it. Hang on, I'll send it.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll throw that up. Let's see. Wait, frick, where did it go? Oh, you sent it through Discord?
Yeah, I sent it on Discord.
Okay. Oh my god, yeah, you're you're kind of cute though. I really like your VR avatar. I never saw it before. Wow.
Oh, thank you.
That's really cute. Oh, but yeah,
Thank you.
you can hear all the gurgles and stuff too.
Yeah, you can hear the stomach gurgles.
Whoa.
He had a screen to watch me while I was in his stomach. It was
Whoa.
insane.
That's freaking
So
that's so creative though. Just like wow.
it really is. People are very creative when it comes to their kinks. Like they will make them real. They will make them a reality. I'll tell you that.
No, but that's the sort of like that's the secret sauce of the community, right? Like if people want to see like, "Oh, I want a giant belly and I want to put furries in my belly." Like that is literally something that you can do. Like
Yep.
you can bring to real life. And oh, VR chat is a good platform too to just sort of do everything. Like the avatar that you have there, the avatar that you guys are watching me on right now. This is like our digital fursuits right now. And
It's the fursuit.
yeah. So, and I can wear it anytime basically as long as I'm on a desktop.
Yeah, 100%. It doesn't get hot. It doesn't get like steamy and sweaty.
Oh, don't worry. This little office that I'm in right now, it's pumping out heat right now. That's okay. Okay, so back to the meme. Wait, shit. Oh, did I lose my spot? Where did I go? Oh yeah, so back to like that's really disgusting. So I guess yeah, like you said, there's just stuff that it's sort of just out there, but until you see it, you don't know if you're necessarily into it, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know until you see it, where like whether you're into it or not. Because like
Yes,
there have been
yeah.
times where I didn't know I was into something, and then I saw art of it or like porn of it, and I'm like, wow, well, shit.
Welcome
Maybe
to the
I'm
fandom.
learning something. Like you learn something you learn something new every day, and I think that's one of those things is you kind of as you as you grow into this fandom and as you experience it more and more,
Yes.
you'll see that you'll just kind of I don't know
Don't
pick things up that you didn't know
Yeah, don't you
existed.
just see yourself flourishing and really just growing as a person too and just widening your horizons? Like it sounds kind of cheesy when you say that, but I think that's genuinely true. If I wasn't in the community, I wouldn't have learned more about myself and how I could like relate to others.
Absolutely. Like being a furry has helped me in multiple aspects of my life, like of talking to people and
Yes.
being open with people, like with my emotions
Yes,
and
so much.
like
Yeah.
a very, very sound and like you can take a lot of positives from the fandom. Of course there are negatives. Of course people can spin it the
Yes.
opposite way,
Yes.
but you can really take a lot of positive from the fandom and just that there's so many people that have a similar interest that you do and you have that automatic just like talking point. You have that like you can talk to anyone because you're both furries and you just like you have this commonality between each other and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why like our world, like we literally have furries like across continents and like in Brazil, in Germany, in Asia, Japan, China.
Everywhere, the entire
Yeah.
world.
And then it all kind of gets condensed into like our small little online bubbles. And then you're like, whoa, the world is actually really small in our furry, fuzzy world. So when you meet these people, it's kind of really easy to get to know them. And it's like, okay, first of all, here I am, this shy little introverted kid in middle school to high school. And now here I am with speaking to somebody in Colorado. I'm in Hawaii. I'll never be able to travel everywhere all at once, all the time, but I'm engaging with like hundreds of people at conventions that I've never been to before. I'm traveling all across the world and I'm making
Yeah.
a ton of friends as an adult now. And that's something that I think like I would have if I time traveled back to see my 14 or like even 15, 16, 18-year-old self in high school, like their mind would be blown right now.
100%. Like I've met people of every career, like every like pilots,
Oh,
like
that's a good
nurses,
point. Yeah.
doctors, like music producers,
Yes.
like every career, you could think of. There's a furry for it. Like there's a furry that has that job, and it's wild. It's led me to meet so many cool and interesting people because so many people have different lives and are just so unique and they're just as unique as their Sona.
Yeah.
Everyone in the fandom is just as unique as a Sona as they've created because it's while we're animals at the end of the day, we're also people and
Yes.
everyone
Yes.
is extremely different and it's really beautiful that we can all come together and kind of just be a fandom
It's
and like
like, oh, I'm a neurosurgeon, but here's my cool sparkle fox. What do you think? Like,
yeah, like I'm gonna go to a convention and be a cat for like for 5 days and meow and
yes.
shit in fursuit, and then next Tuesday I'm gonna go in for open heart surgery.
And oh my, yes. And so many furries, like you guys and everyone, are just so freaking big astro brain. Like everyone's like a tech fur or a genius in some way.
Oh my
And
god.
I draw dicks for a living now. So any, but
You have
but
nuclear engineer and you have Theo who draws dicks for a living.
yes, exactly. But hey, I can hug them. I can woo snuggle them now, and that's like okay, like like on a real level too. Like as an adult, I found it very hard. Like when I started college, to make just adult friends because everyone was just career focused, and I didn't have this hobby to sort of engage with people on. But it's sort of like
Definitely.
yeah, it really did help me flourish, and I think that's the same for you. You would say too, yeah.
100%. Yeah, getting into this because like I got into this through mostly VR chat, like VR chat because I got into the fandom in 2019 of
Oh
October.
wow. Oh okay. Oh wait, actually yes. Please unpack that for me. I would love how you love to know how you started in the fandom and developed.
So honestly, I found the porn like online, right? Like furry
Yes,
porn, furry art. This like
as many do. Yeah.
of course as you do, and I didn't like. I'm like, damn, like this is like hot. Like I didn't know there was an actual community behind it. Like I didn't know these people were like sonas. Like I didn't know people had like characters
Yes.
until until I found Howler actually. I found
Oh
Howler because I was a horny 18-year-old boy,
well, for those who don't
and
know, what is Howler?
Howler is it's a it's a furry. It was a furry app. It's no longer around. Where you can create a profile and it would show your distance and where you're at and what you're into, and you could pick like pictures and stuff and pick different like kinks or you pick fetishes or like normal hobbies and stuff like that. Just like kind of
Yeah,
like
you're
a
making
way for
a bio.
huh?
You're making a bio of like things that you're just into, so people can quickly glance at it, right?
Yeah, it's like furry Tinder
Furry.
almost.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Basically. And I use it to I just found it on the App Store because like I had Grinder and I'm like, okay, well I have Howler now.
Okay.
And I met a furry that where I lived, started talking to him on Telegram, or actually no, it wasn't even Telegram, it was on the app itself. I didn't know what Telegram was.
Mm-hmm.
And it was this hot otter daddy where I lived and he had a suit and he wanted to fuck me and
Yeah.
I actually just like went to his house and he fucked me and that's how I became a furry.
Wow. Through injection, but
I became a furry just by like having sex with a furry. Yeah, like absolutely.
like we're like a microbe. Like we transmission through like osmosis or something. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
So I thought like I was like, okay, well this is awesome. So I talked to him all about furry, what it was,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually found Telegram. Um found like the hookup chat for the state or whatever, the state hookup chat, like got invited to that.
Oh wait, just like a
Um
local furry group.
yeah, local, yeah, like every state has like a local furry chat.
Yes. Yes.
Pretty much like whether it's safe for work or not safe for work or loot or not, like every state has one for sure,
We're
and I think they
everywhere.
have both.
Yep.
And I met someone on there and his name is Skeleto. Actually he was a
Shout out.
reason. Shout out Skeleto because I wouldn't be here like without him because like I am a maned wolf. I am John because of him. Like I
Oh,
never would
okay.
have I never would have known what a leggy was, what a JohnWolf was. He helped me design my Sona and everything, and showed me what VR chat was. That's how I first found VR chat, was through him, and he put me in his full body in his VR, and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. I want one. I want one.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Oh, so for you, was seeing the fursuits like something that you just immediately knew you had to have and express yourself through, or did you think it was some sort of requirement though for the fandom? Because I think that that's a bias that a lot of new people have when you see a community that, you know, they have all these flashy fursuits and stuff, and it's like, oh, I don't have one. I must not be a real furry. Like, what's your take on that?
It is absolutely not required to have a fursuit. I have so many friends who don't have fursuits that haven't had one for years, for 5+ years, 6+ years they've been in the fandom.
Exactly. Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't need one to be a furry. You can totally be one without it. And I didn't think that at all. I didn't think I didn't think that I needed a fursuit or wanted a fursuit. I wanted VR. I wanted a fursuit. I wanted to get into VR and have full body and have an avatar and all of that. And that's what I did. I because it was COVID. Because it goes 2019 into 2020, so 2020 was COVID, obviously.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, there's isolation, there's just quarantine, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy a VR because there's nothing to do.
So, well, let's unpack that a bit too. Like, that's a really good point. I totally forgot. So, when you first started in the fandom, you had this super online based community, and now that literally the governments are like basically keeping everyone indoors because hello pandemic, you have to explore this space. So you kind of came in this era where there was probably no better time to come into the community to just at least like break the ice with people online.
100%.
And
like,
conventions weren't
crazy.
Yeah, and conventions weren't necessarily a thing right now because, well, they're all shut down. So how did you feel about that? Did you know about conventions at the time?
So the friend I talked to, where I lived before,
Yes.
like, he told me about conventions and what they were, what they entailed, and like, I knew there was conventions, but like, it was COVID. There wouldn't be conventions for a long time. I didn't know there would ever be conventions ever again. So
yeah.
I just got into VR chat and I met and talked to as many furries as I could, and I just kept making friends and kept meeting other furries.
Yeah.
And I did this for almost a solid year, like a year straight, getting in VR chat every night, 12+ hours.
Oh wow, that's a long time. So you went hard in the paint. Okay. So
absolutely. I went as hard in VR chat as I do like actual fursuiting.
Wow. Yeah, so you were just on it 24/7, it sounds like. And it seems like the dam behind you is filling with all of this fursuit energy, and then as soon as the real life starts getting back to normal, that's when you're gonna hit the ground running again, right?
Absolutely.
With like all of your friends in the fandom now that you've accrued, now you get to actually meet them in real life.
No, at this point, I hadn't met any of I haven't really met any of them in real life because I just knew them from VR chat. Like,
oh wow,
there was seldom people I met in VR chat at that time that I actually met in real life because. Some locals where I live. I used to live in Orlando, so I met some locals and stuff like that. But a majority of the friends I have, like, now I have over almost 1,000+ friends on VR chat alone.
Wow. So if you go on, somebody's always on that you can hang out with.
100%. There's always someone on that I can go say hi to, or they can say hi to me. I haven't been in a while, honestly, just because I think back then, right, during COVID, VR chat was so new, and it was such a new thing for furries that there weren't conventions, there weren't meets. It was a way to talk to other furries, a way to have sex with other furries, a way to it was everything. You could go to conventions on VR chat. You could go to, like, they had virtual conventions for all of them.
Do you know who Nonstop Pup is?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you were around that time, I think it was 2020 actually, probably at the peak of like freaking COVID and stuff, but he hosted one of those Minecraft conventions where I think it was like called Nonstop World or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was there as an attendee where like other artists could virtually sell their art in like Minecraft created booths. And that was like the wildest experience that I had because it was totally new to me. But that's just like, yeah, that's just one of the avenues where it's like furries use their technomancer ability to just still do the things that they love while freaking everybody's stuck indoors. But guess what? You're hanging out with 1,000 different people online right now.
Absolutely. Like that's totally a thing.
Yeah,
For sure.
my boyfriend too, Blarg, he's also a super hardcore like VR fur. Like he loves virtual reality. It's such a like future thing that we thought we would never have, but now we can literally be like Ready Player One and be in the video game.
Yeah. I met so many friends like that I have now, like through VR chat. Like I wouldn't have launched myself into the fandom as much as I did if I didn't have VR chat.
how
Like 100%.
how would you say is like, I think people can sort of discount the VR experience, and I think that mainstream sort of idea is shifting now because you have like sort of topical things like Meta from Facebook where it's like Zuckerberg's like, we're gonna have meetings and everybody's gonna be in the metaverse. But meanwhile, you have furries figuring out like 50 different ways to lick their taints in virtual reality. So
Yeah.
so so it's like I feel like we're so community driven, but we're so far ahead of the curve that like socializing is basically no different than socializing in real life though too. We've bridged this gap through our kinky community, so to speak.
100%, 100,000%. Like
Yeah.
I would run around VR chat with a fucking bong up my butt, and I would just I would just run around with it and have fun and talk to other people. Like
Blaze it.
it was something I always did, and like I never shied away from that. I never shied away from being like lewd or
Uh-huh.
like not lewd to just like be lewd, but just also to be funny and just to like just be stupid. Because why not? It's VR chat. Like do whatever I want.
Exactly.
I sent a picture of the bong on my butt.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll throw that up too. I might have to blur it for YouTube, but I'll pixelate
You
it on
might
YouTube.
honestly, you might have to blur for YouTube. This is very true.
Okay. Are you ready for the next meme? Did we rate this one? I think you gave it 10
Yeah,
out of 10 out already.
yeah. No, I think I said 7 out of 10.
Okay, 7 out of 10 for the
7
boner.
out of 10.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's do 7 out of 10.
Okay, next one. I think I have a handful more left, but we have this picture of Andy from Toy Story who is dropping Woody in the scene where he's saying, I don't want to play with you anymore. And the Woody figure is titled Zootopia with Nick Wilde's face on it. And then you have the bad guys as the new toy. Did you see the new bad guys movie?
I have not seen the new Bad Guys movie yet. I am a bad furry. I apologize.
But have you seen Zootopia?
Yes, I've seen Zootopia 1 and 2.
That came out in 2016. Did you see it prior to when you got into the fandom actually?
Yes.
Oh, did it not spark anything, I guess, at the time?
Honestly, not that I knew of. I didn't know exactly
Like about
what I was
anthropomorphic?
into. Like I knew there was like anthropomorphic animals and like they were talking and stuff, but like I never, man, to go back that far, I probably looked at porn of Zootopia. Like
Just
I
didn't
mean, like
realize it yet.
yeah, like, I just didn't like realize what I was doing yet.
I guess it was sort of just in the background. Like, for myself personally, when I first saw Zootopia, I guess I kind of found it similar to, well, the main character is a fox, and if you ever watch like Robin Hood, those really old Disney movies that were
Yeah.
hand drawn and everything, it was definitely giving me those vibes again. And I was only
Yes.
born in 94, so I'm only like 27 now. So those were prior to my generation. But I would say that the Zootopia movie is sort of the Robin Hood of my gateway that went into the fandom. Because I watched the Zootopia movie 6 times in theaters, half of which were with friends, and then the other 3 were just on my own. Blaze it.
Blaze it. Yeah, absolutely. Like in it's not just Zootopia too. There's a lot of other movies as well. I mean, like you can go back to like so many years.
I mean, just
So where like you and I probably both watched these animal movies and
yeah.
like the Barnyard movie.
Oh
Like
gosh, wow.
I mean like Shark Tales. I mean like
Yeah.
how many like think about how many different movies we probably watched and enjoyed subconsciously because
hmm
we're furries now and we're into these anthropomorphic animals and that's what these movies were. These movies were like the animals were talking, they were moving, they were speaking. Like it was a very I liked that, but I didn't know why. I didn't know why I liked it. I just thought, oh, I mean, like
See, I mean,
it's just something that's cool, funny.
haven't you heard of Egyptians and a little OC called Anubis? You know, like that was already a furry like from freaking 5,000 years ago.
True, honestly, yeah. Anubis is Anubis is the first furry.
Anubis is hot, so what?
True. Oh my god, huh.
Okay,
this is a pretty good meme, honestly. Like,
what would you say?
I give it a 69 out of 10.
16 or 6?
69.
Holy shit. Okay, that's pretty high praise. Well, then you should go watch the Bad Guys though, because I also recommend it. Yes, it is a very good movie, and I think they put a lot of love into it. So it is a good watch. That is my personal recommendation.
All right, I'm giving it 69 out of 10 because like the wolf from the Bad Guys movie is hot.
That's fair enough. That's all you need to write on the Yelp review or the IMDb.
That's all you write. Wolf was hot. Wolf is hot.
Yep. Must see. Yep. Okay, next meme. We have a picture of a bedroom and it says, I just like the art style. And the whole bedroom is covered in furry merch, furry posters, furry blankets, and even a furry plush, actually.
Yeah, so this is like, oh, I just like the art. I think it looks cool, but really, like really, you like it all. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah, you just collect what you like looking at, right? I mean, that's how I make my office, and I'm sure like you have some stuff in your room too, like comics or something, right? That you like.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I have some awesome little mementos and pictures. People like I have a picture a friend made for me. Hang on, I can grab it.
Oh, okay. He will be back. He is fetching. He has a freaking television on his floor. What the hell?
I do have a television on my floor. Don't mind me.
Oh my, his fursuits are literally unboxed on the floor too. Okay, anyway.
So this picture a friend made for me for my birthday.
Oh, whoa. Oh my god, your
fursuit.
Okay, wait. So describe it for the audience.
So it's just me standing in fursuit, and I have like red eyes, and
they're not just the normal.
Like
they're like the anime.
Picture.
They're like the anime piercing, glowing red eyes.
Yeah, like Omayawu, Shinderu, like that. That's
Omayawu, like, Shinderu, Nani.
Yeah.
And you hear that like high pitched like final hit sound effect. Oh my god! Wait, why did he make that for you?
It was actually she.
She. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. She just liked the picture and she wanted to edit it, and she did. And she, my friend gave me for my birthday, like framed it in that frame and gave it to me.
Yeah, you need to immortalize your memeage.
Exactly. Yeah, immortalize the memes.
But yeah, I have a ton of like for myself personally, I've basically just been accruing. I've been to only a couple of conventions and I've been accruing like posters from some of my favorite artists. Like one in particular is Coca-Dope. He makes a really cool like kind of indie feeling like cafe cozy vibe type of work, and every time I look at it, it inspires me to just like get back to my own cozy like work desk environment.
Yeah, absolutely. What conventions have you gone to?
Ooh, good question. Okay, so I've been a furry since like 2016, like I said, from Zootopia. Ooh. But as a whole, though, I mean, obviously conventions have been going on for years, every year, like so many happen. Yeah. Even with the pandemic. But my first one wasn't latent until 2018. No, scratch that. 2019 BLFC was the first con I went to and the last one before the pandemic. So even at the tail end of the pandemic, I believe they had another convention at the GSR in Reno, but I went to that one in 2019, and then I went to MFF as the most recent one just after the pandemic. So my total my total convention count is at 2. How many have you gone to?
I think I've gone to 5 now. Denver was my first. When I moved to Denver, Denver happened. That was my first. And then BLFC.
Ooh, wait, the 2021? What did it happen in 2020?
2021. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was 20. 21 Denver, 2021 BLFC,
Yes.
of course. Then MFF.
Wait, were you there when I
Then
was there? Did you go to the most recent MFF, the last one?
yeah.
Holy crap, I probably passed by you and I did. Oh,
Oh,
I gotta say hi
Mark.
next time. Okay.
Yeah, you should. I'll give you a big leggy hug.
Yay.
Oh,
Okay, I'll
Mark.
hold you to it. Okay.
After MFF was Sin City, so Sin City, Mercon.
Okay.
That was great. That was a really fun one. Like they've all been really, really, really fun.
Yes.
Vancouver was after Sin City, so we went to Vancouver, and then
Is that four?
FWA.
Wow. Oh, okay. That's the last one my boyfriend actually went to. So that's Furry Weekend Atlanta,
Aww.
yeah?
Yeah, I went to FWA. It was a ton of fun. Oh my god, I had a blast.
Um,
So 5 conventions. That's
damn.
what I've been to so far.
And since you're based in Colorado, I guess like that's pretty good territory to just fly out in the country, yeah? It's not too
Oh,
bad.
absolutely. Yeah,
Wow.
I could fly out anywhere. It's really cheap too to fly to like Vegas, for example. I could fly to Vegas for like $80.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
My flight to Sin City in
Uh-huh.
February.
Yeah.
Guess how much it was?
Freaking if you said $80, I don't know, $100?
It was two
$2
$2.
to put your butt in a seat on a plane flying through the sky.
Yep.
That is what the hell? I'm
It was
so
it was
jelly.
$1.91 tax, so I paid $3.90 for an entire round trip flight.
Was it a packed flight or just
It was actually, yeah, it was pretty packed.
it's a
I
good
was just
deal?
ordering the tickets one day, and like I was like, okay, well, Sin City's happening at this time, I'm gonna look at the tickets now. And I looked, it was like 95% off
Oh
for
my gosh.
like that day only from Denver to Las Vegas, and I'm like, I'm booking.
Oh, freaking yeah, I would too. I mean, coming from Hawaii, anything's at least $200 a one-way trip. So, oh, I'm so
The
jelly.
cheapest flight I've ever had. I couldn't believe it.
Okay, well, speaking of conventions, since I know we have some new furs, and I sometimes get comments about like, how to start in the fandom and like, like they don't know what to do. They're super like greenhorn and they're just newbies. For
Yeah.
new furs in the fandom that just kind of want to get a feel for things, how would you prep for a con? Because I guess that can be kind of intimidating.
Yeah, it can be really intimidating. Honestly, I would say pack some really cute clothes and clothes that make you feel comfortable
Yes.
and good.
Some nice
And
sweatpants.
pack your badges, like, or if you don't have any badges, go to the dealer's den and get one. I,
Mm-hmm.
I, I think when you go to a con, you shouldn't go in with any expectations. You shouldn't go in with any kind of like plan either. Like you can have plans to
Ooh.
go to with your friends, whatever like you want to do.
Yes.
But I think you should go to a convention with an open mind, and anything that's going to happen is going to happen because anything can happen. You can meet anybody at a convention. You can do anything at a convention. Like there's so much um to do and experience. I think going into it with an open mind
Yes.
and just having fun, just going into it, just wanting to have fun and meet people and experience what a convention is. Absolutely, and
Yeah.
it's best to have friends to do it with too. For sure, but I can understand not having friends if you're so new to the fandom. You don't have any friends.
Yeah.
That's really tough. That is really tough.
Because you have to do that backlog of what you've already done prior to the con. Like when you met with that otter furry or when you were on Telegram, that was you basically prepping or pre-gaming for the con. Like
Yeah,
you get to
You're
you get to
freaking-
build up your friendship already, so you don't have to do that all at the convention all at once with a bajillion furries. Like
Yep, and that was the beautiful thing about VR chat is that I didn't have to do that at all because I talked to these people every night. I hung out with them every night, and
true,
and
true. Yeah.
then like it was synonymous. It was so easy, and that's what like I that helped me so much. Like I can't express how much that helped me.
Ooh, yeah,
Just
that's a good tip. Maybe for hey, if you guys out there haven't gone to a con or have a little bit of time to just try out VR, go get yourself a VR avatar and just start talking to furries. Like it might just be a good icebreaker for you guys to build up like confidence and get comfortable.
it's a great way to learn how to talk to talk to other furries and have
Yes.
conversations and about really anything. I think it's totally really really good because it helped me a lot.
Cause
And
like
not just talking to furries, anybody in real life. Like I can talk
yeah.
to almost anybody now because of VR chat. Because I talk to anybody in VR chat. I talk to so many people and so many animals. And would just like talk to them and have conversations.
That's sort of the funny thing though too about like VR chat, where it's like you can't physically touch people, but you can sort of, you know, role play and fantasize about like hugging somebody, and you sort of genuinely feel that emotion.
Oh, come on, Theo. You can get the $2,000 haptic suit that vibrates with every touch around your body.
Oh, you don't know how bad my boyfriend wants that. Like,
oh
no. Like no, I've had to tell him like, well, I mean, if you're gonna invest in it, you gotta save up for that kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, drop $3,000 on a freaking advanced VR suit where that you could feel people touch you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I've met a few people in VR chat who have the whole suit like on their face and stuff too. Like it goes on their face, it goes on their neck and body. So it is wild.
You could legit boop them on the nose if you really wanted to then.
Absolutely. Like you touch them and they just start convulsing.
Oh, that's
like,
that's really adorable.
Shivering.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Yeah, frick. Oh my god, that's pretty cool.
VR sexnology has gotten insane.
What'd you call it? Sex technology?
Sexnology.
Sexnology. I like that.
Or
okay.
Dildonomics or dildo tectonic. Someone coined this word. Someone coined this word. Someone actually wrote an article. They wrote an article about it. And used this word like dildo tectonics or something like that. It was really funny. But
oh my god.
Yeah, it's the technology in it is wild. Like it is.
Like we said,
crazy.
We'll always be at the forefront of anything that has probably a dick and an anthropomorphic creature.
Yep.
So there you go. I know there's even really good programs like there. I want to shout out. I think there's this program called Heat, and it's just this adult simulator with really high fidelity graphics and physics. So I think they have a Patreon, and if you download that, you can get access to their like early access beta programs, and it's pretty damn immersive. I'll just say that as a hint. But okay, let's get back to the memes.
Do it.
Okay, next meme time. We have this Twitter post, and it's showing two pictures. One is labeled "Brands Marketing to Gays," and it has this very flamboyant, handsome-looking man in a rainbow tuxedo and umbrella in the whole shindig. And then you have the next picture, which is "My Gay Friends," just a furry in a fursuit. What do you see in the contrast here? I mean, what kind of like stands out to you about this picture?
I mean, I think that there is like, you know, brands do market to like LGBTQ plus people a lot, and they do it in a sort of flamboyant and excessive way, which isn't like a bad thing.
I'm gonna push back on that. But I would like you to finish your point first.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'll finish it. Like I don't think it's necessarily like it's a stereotype, and I just think it's a way for brands to market. I don't think they really think about, you know, I wouldn't know as a brand or company how to portray like gay people. Like I would just put them in a fursuit, like
exactly
on the right, just put them in a fursuit. It's so easy.
And you know what? That's a good point, because although this company doesn't really know or care about something, I mean, that's obvious. It's a faceless, gross company. And I think even in our community, sometimes there are companies like from China or something that make off these knockoff brand fursuits of Popufurs that we've seen before, and you can buy them for like $30 online for a knockoff, really just crude version of their Sona. And it not only rips off and disrespects their character, but also kind of commoditizes the furry industry or just the community as a whole, I think in a very gross way.
Definitely. It definitely insults the fursuit makers, especially the ones that put 100% of hours and thousands of dollars into making these fursuits, where like they don't get, like, a lot of these fursuit makers don't get too much return. Like they don't get too much return on their like investment, as you would call it, or their company. Really, they do it because they have a passion for this and they love it, and they love creating other and bringing other people's like Sonas and creations to life. Like that's more of the beauty of it than anything. And rarely you will see, you know, success companies like Made for You, for example, is a huge one. Like they get so many slots. Waggery Costumes as well. Like all these big makers, but what you don't see are the smaller makers that
Yes.
struggle to even like uh get the material costs, and they're not a huge company that has like a bunch of employees, or it's just them. It's very unfortunate that they would just make these knockoff like fursuits. They look awful as well. They look
Yeah,
terrible.
you can shit on them easily, and I think it's 100% deserved.
Oh yeah, I will.
And then, I mean, that's just the thing too. It's sort of the community, I think as a whole, is very morally adjusted, and for the things that are good, we embrace and we give those things massive amounts of charity. But once we see something kind of sketchy and things that like are sort of trying to profit off of it for the sake of it, it's like, no, get shit on, like get out of here.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So yeah, that's my little soapbox. I feel like, you know, like for those artists and the fursuit makers that you brought up, that's a really good way of at least empathizing with the creators. You have these people who put in the thousands of hours of time to make, design, put together this thing that you're going to be wearing and just having so much fun in, and for far longer than the time that they took to make that thing, and then they have to give it to you. They have to give up their baby that they made. Because
They spent all these hours making it, and
there's only one of one.
Yeah, they give it up to you because, like, I mean, excuse me.
You okay there?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's a very like beautiful thing, and I just like I love fursuit makers. Like anyone that has talent that can do that.
Yes.
It's just so impressive and so amazing. And I think there's a lot of fursuit makers and people and artists that just don't have the credit and don't have the attention that all of these really big makers do.
Yes. No, I totally sympathize with furries, at least on that level, where it's like, yes, go support your early sketch artists or your fursuit makers that you love, and you know that they're gonna you're gonna cultivate their esteem and they're gonna get better at their craft. So just go support them.
Yeah, and also kind of like the normie subculture of gay doesn't like in LGBTQ plus like doesn't really apply to furries. Like it's such a different culture.
Yeah, exactly.
As well.
Because we're so branching. So again, that's not a thing that you can just peg us down for. Giggity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. It's not at all. Like it's a very different kind of community, I feel.
What is your bean count for this one, John?
I'm gonna go with a 7. With a 7 out of 10.
Okay, that's a good C plus. Okay. Next meme. I think this is the last one. We have a picture of a furry being pointed at and laughed at by 13-year-old me character. And then that character is now... Oh, wait. Is it not showing up?
No.
Oh, no. What happened? Is it there now? There? Okay, sorry about that. Okay.
You're fine.
Okay, so give this one a look over and tell me what you think.
Furries. 13-year-old me. Me now. 13-year-old me.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's kind of so true. Like, I didn't know what furries were, so I didn't laugh at them when I was 13 years old. But I could totally see, like, I have a very distinct memory, okay?
Of what?
When I was 14 or 15, I was at this, like, bar, and we were eating with, like, my dad and his, like, ex-girlfriend and one of her kids. And fucking... we are eating, and people start walking in, and they have collars on.
Oh.
And they have, like, chains around their necks. And then that is when I saw my first fursuit. I saw the first, like, fursuiter walk in, and I was just like, what the fuck are they doing?
And it's not even Halloween or anything.
Because as a kid growing up, I was deathly afraid of mascots.
Oh, whoa, okay. Could you unpack that a little bit? I didn't know that.
Like Disney World and like Chuck E. Cheese, when the like Chuck E. Cheese would come out, or like Mickey Mouse would come out, I was deathly afraid, screaming, terrified of mascots.
Whoa. Okay.
And now I'm a mascot myself. It's a very ironic kind of thing.
You approached your fear and you embraced it.
I embraced the fear. Like I embraced what was unknown to me. But it's really true because like back then like I was scared or like I in my case I was scared, but like in this case like they're laughing at the furries, but now they're furries and now they're laughing at what they used to be because they're like, how could you not like have such an open mind? Like, because for us now is we're very open
There's
people.
really little that you could do to kind of insult us or something because we're so progressive. And
Yeah,
it's
100%.
It's like we take the time to even laugh and shit on ourselves, you know? So from an outside perspective, it's like we're just here to have fun. So if you genuinely don't like us, then just go do something else that you do like. And there's no hard feelings or anything.
Absolutely, I think it's a 10 out of 10 because
10 out of 10.
It's really funny, honestly.
All right.
Yeah,
I think
because
this.
we all look back at ourselves. I feel, and we all kind of laugh at ourselves, like in a way, because we're like, why did you think that way back then? You know, like
Yes.
as you grow and mature now, you have like different ideals, different ideas, and beliefs,
For
and
sure.
all this other stuff. And that you just look back then, and you're just like, how insignificant your viewpoints were when you were 13 years old, and like what your opinions were don't matter at all.
Yeah, I mean, like, what a position to be in, too, if, like, you thought the same things that you did when you were 13, you know?
Yeah. For sure. That's like a level of maturity. I think some people definitely lack
Yeah.
in the fandom. I think there are times to be like puppy and bark and wag,
Mm-hmm.
but there are also times to be kind of serious and also like understand the situations and things that are going on.
Yeah, I mean, there is a bit of, like, just that natural, like, okay, the fandom aside, there's a time to be just a genuine person, you know?
There
And,
is a time to be a genuine. Exactly, there
yeah.
is 100%.
So, yeah, that's basically meme time interview. And
Meme review.
God, holy shit. God, that freaking distorted keyboard crash sound you made. Well, at the end of the day, though, I really appreciate that you took the time to just, kind of shoot the shit and chat with me, John.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. I appreciate you
I
like wanting to talk to me and go through some good memes for furries.
Yeah,
It's
I really like this kind of. I'm trying this like format where I wanna just show like things that I think we're all familiar with, and that's what these memes are. And I think that that's sort of the glue that the community uses anyway. And then we just talk
oh,
about stuff and then
absolutely.
spiel on the side. Like that's my favorite way of engaging. So I've been liking the format so far. I hope you've been comfortable. I'm not like still holding that yaoi paddle to your head or anything.
I love your memes. They're very
Oh,
great.
thank
Bark.
you. Yay. Do you? I don't know. Did you want to talk about anything else? I think that I got through the very meaty portion of what I wanted to ask you about, and learning about your upbringing into the community was really nice to listen to. And I think a lot of people like hearing this out there can relate, and I hope they take some of these things to heart. So thank you, John.
Yeah, definitely. You're welcome. I don't have any other like really topics. Uh, are you? What's your next convention?
Oh shit, actually that's a good question. Okay, so since BLFC is coming up next month, I will be hitting up the GSR for you guys out there if you want to know. And John, I will be there. Shoot, what is it? June 1st I fly out. So I'll be on vacation then from the 1st to the 7th next month.
Oh, awesome. I unfortunately can't go to BLFC this year.
No. How come? Or I know
And
whatever reasons, but
um,
yeah.
just work, honestly. I just got to be a responsible
You
puppy,
have
and
to adult.
I have to adult. I don't want to adult, but I have to adult.
Oh, that's a little side thing right here. Do you get for a person who's as I take it that you're pretty extroverted.
Yeah,
Do you
absolutely.
get PCD? And for those who don't know what that is, that's like when you go to a convention, you're always on this adrenaline, you're going hard, you're partying and having so much dopamine in your brain, you don't know what to do with it. And then the post con comes and it ends, so you just are not partying all the time and you get PCD, which is post-con depression. Do you ever sort of experience that, John?
Honestly, at every convention I've ever been to, no, I have not experienced post-con depression
Oh,
once,
wow.
and I feel that the reason is because when I go to a convention, like I'm going to see friends, to make friends, go do things, and I'm gonna appreciate all the time that I spend there,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna regret after the fact. That's what I feel like PCD is you're regretting things you didn't do at this con. It doesn't matter. Like everything happens for a reason, and it's okay. Like
Yes.
go have fun. Go there and meet people and make friends and see your friends that you've talked to for years online, or you haven't seen them for years as well
Yes.
because of the pandemic, or you just haven't seen them because like cons happen every year. Some people don't go to cons, etc. I think that there's no like I understand why people get post con depression, but like personally, I see it as um just like a waste of time and a waste of emotion, a waste of it's just draining. I don't want that. Like
Exactly.
I want to know I had fun. Like I had fun at the convention. I don't need to be depressed about it after.
And even that's a good way of putting this other thing that I've heard where it's not farewell, it's until I see you next time, right?
Yes.
So,
It's not farewell. It's just until I see you next time. Absolutely. That's what it is. It's not bye forever. It's just bye
no,
temporary
yes,
until I
yep,
see you at the next con. And
exactly.
if I don't see you the next con, it's okay. Like we're all uh, those who are 18 plus, like we're all adults.
Yes,
Like we're all
yep,
adults here. We all have lives. We all have things that
yes,
we're doing. And it's okay if you have to take a break from cons, the fandom. It's okay if you have to do that for maybe your own mental health, maybe for your own just well-being, for your own job, because you're spending too much time being a furry and your job is now, you're taking your job on the back burner. There are times to be responsible and there are times to have fun, and I think choosing those is just really important. And
and
just
we'll always be
as a
here.
furry.
So like, yeah, I mean, the community is always going to push forward and try to have fun. So if you ever want to step back in and dip your toes, dip your beans back into the pool party, then yeah, it's always here.
100%, absolutely. It'll always be here. And like right now, like I'm taking a break myself, for just myself and my mental health. And
Yes.
I've seen a lot of things online, and I just uh I just want to focus on the friendships I have here where I live in Denver, and focus on the friends that I have right now. And
Yes.
I don't care about really anything else right now.
So when I see you at the next con, I'm definitely going to give you a big hug, John. And
Oh, Mark.
I really appreciate you taking the time just to like spend this afternoon with me and chatting about. I'm really excited to
Absolutely.
just put this out there, and I hope you have a good and cozy break while you do take care of stuff that you need to take care of.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, Theo, and I appreciate you having me on. It's been a really fun time, and I love the format. I love the memes. I love memes in general. So I
Yay!
think this is great.
Okay, so this has been TreeBark, and I have been blessed by this lovely guest, John. Do you have anything that you'd like to plug?
That's it.
Okay, a big ARF from John, and I hope you guys take care and have a good day. Bye bye, everyone.